Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. So today is kind of a cool idea, I think. I guess you saw it from the title, but Dua Lipa, I will put her picture here, just came out with a new album and I really freaking like it. It's super catchy, really fun. So yeah, so she came out with her new album and like the cover of that, I saw it and I was like, holy moly, she's beautiful and I love her makeup and I want to try and do it. So I figured we would try and recreate her makeup today. I did one of these kind of for Ariana Grande and I did it a while back. I'll link it if I can, or just go in and like scroll through. It was like Break Up With Your Girlfriend. Yeah, that was the song. And I recreated her makeup from that music video and I think it turned out like actually pretty good, and so I'm excited to do this one. So this is the picture, like I said, that we're going to try and recreate, and so obviously you can't see the top of her lids, but you can kind of see like stuff peeking out because her eyes are open. So I am going to kind of take some liberties and kind of make it my own, but try and be as similar to her as possible. So without further ado, let's start. So I've already primed my lids and I put, so I primed my lids and did my concealer with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I really love this. It's a really good solid concealer. And then I went in with the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder for the rest of my face. I don't really want to do my face too much yet because she has a lot of dark eyeshadow out here, and so I'm scared I might get fallout, and if that happens then I'll need to wipe some away and I don't want to have to deal with all that. So we are going to start. I actually want to do my brows first, and she's like known for her brows. Like that girl has some brows. So I'm going to go in with the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow and just do my brows kind of like how I normally do, but I might try and make them a little extra thick looking. And again, you guys know I love this. Like literally the best brow product I think I've ever used. Like I said, I'm gonna try and go like thick today, so don't judge me if it looks like a lot. Like that's a big brow. Her brows don't really have that much of a shape. Like mine kind of arch, where hers are kind of more like straight. And that's just how it's gonna have to be. I'm not going to try and reshape my brows because I think that'll be more disastrous than better. But yeah, like I said, I'm taking liberties with it. Like clearly she's wearing foundation and stuff like that, and she looks absolutely flawless. So I'm not doing that. I never wear foundation and I'm not going to do it today. Okay, we got some brows. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a little, and then I'm going to go back through with like a clean spoolie and brush all that out, so it's not going to be so like chunky looking. But like I said, we wanted some big brows for this. Also, can you guys acknowledge how cute is this? Not like I know you can't see. Also, look at my shirt. Everyone needs a friend. Freaking Bob with his squirrels. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but my nanny actually was neighbors with him and his wife and in Florida for a period of time, like my grandmother. So unfortunately, of course, he died before I was alive, so I never got to meet him, but how cool. Anyway, apparently he was actually like just a sweet man. But anyway, doesn't this look like the Sailor Moon crystal? Like I love it. I think it's so cute, and it has like a magnifying and like a normal mirror. Okay, anyway, focusing. Okay, so these have dried a little bit, so I'm going to take my spoolie brush and I'm going to brush through them. This stuff is like honestly like shellac. Like I went to get in the shower last night and it was like stuck on there, which is good. It's good. Okay, so now let's move on to eyes. So I'm going to use a palette that I've only like used once and I've never used on camera. So it's a Morphe palette. It is the 35V palette, the Stunning Vibes palette, and it is so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my god. And I actually don't know that I've seen many people do stuff with this palette online, so I'm not really sure why, but It's absolutely beautiful, like stunning. So she's got some pink like on her inner, and then she's got black and a little bit of purple looking. So I figured this would be good. Like we could use some of the pinks in here and then the purple and then the black. That was my thought process of using this. And it's got a bunch of light colors, which is good because you can tell she's got some light colors on her inner corner eye. So I actually have the names here. So instead of me trying to lift and put and lift and put and lift and put, I'm just going to read you the names and I will describe the color for you. And then you can follow along that way because it's going to make my life a lot easier. Okay, let's bring you in here. Actually, I want to start with like the outer corner. I think that will be our best bet. So let me get out some brushes. I told myself I would do this before and then I was like, no, it'll be fine. I'll just do it later, like when it's on. And now I hate myself for that decision. You guys, while you're quarantined, you should definitely wash your brushes. I am technically not really quarantined because I'm still going to work, so I don't really have time to do it, but if I did, I would, so you should. Alright, so this kind of honestly has like somewhat similar vibes to the look I did for, or with the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, so I'm going to kind of do that, but I'm going to use this palette and hopefully it's better. If you want to see my opinion on that palette, click that link right there. But watch it after this video or finish this one, you know. So let's go in. Let's just start with black, you know. So I'm going to use this little Luxe brush. It's teeny. And I'm going to go into the black shade called Little Black Book. And like I said, I've actually never used the black in this palette, so we'll find out how it goes. Alright, I'm just going to start low and work our way up. She's got like a very, very strong cat eye shape going on. Right? Yes. Yeah, and it like goes up. So we're going to try and... Alright, so right off the bat, this is very pigmented. And honestly, like hers is a little messy looking and it goes almost all the way up to her brow. So I'm gonna try and do that. Like such. Okay, so if you watched my Jeffree Star video, can you just not tell me that that was eternally easier than using the Jeffree Star palette? Sorry, but I mean it. Very disappointed. It could be blacker. It's more of like a dark gray kind of looking. So that's where we're starting. Bam! That was easy! Okay. And I actually have 0 fallout. Like, that's impressive. Good job, Morphe. I'm gonna get my shape first and then build up pigment. So I'm mostly just using this brush to like kind of pat the color on. Again, hers is not really that blended, so honestly, like we may just leave the shape and kind of like go for it. Okay. I look insane. I feel like the Black Swan. I have her picture over here. I'm just trying to like make sure that I look similar to what she looks like. Okay, so I'm actually going to pull that down a little bit out on the lower lash line, but just a little. Because hers like kind of connects, but then it doesn't really go like too far in. So I think that looks pretty good. I know it looks crazy, but it does look pretty good to what she looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of purple, I think, on a similarly shaped brush. This is a Luxe 111. The brush that we were just using was a Luxe 141. So this one's a little bit more square, this one's a little more rounded. So we're gonna go with the more square one, and I'm gonna go into the shade Bad Boy, which is like a really deep plum. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's very deep and it's a plum. And I'm just going to kind of use this to like blend the shade into the black. Because I want it to be able to fade in and not be like weird and harsh when you fade it into the pink that we're going to put on the lid. Because like I said, I can't really tell what her lid shade looks like, but I know she's got pink on there, so we're going to improvise. I'm going to make up my own steps. So if you guys have listened to the album, comment your favorite song down below. I think mine is Cool, Break My Heart, or Levitating. Levitating is so freaking good. But at the same time, like, I really like Pretty Please. I don't know. There's so many good songs on there, so. So we're just keeping with that shape and just kind of like spreading that along. I'm actually gonna go like just along the edge of the black and kind of use that shade to like barely gently place right above it so that it kind of blends in a little bit more. I think that looks so cool. What? That looks really cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with that same Bad Boy shade and just gently place that like along our lower lash line. But again, I don't want to bring it in very far because on her lower lash line, her black shadow is like kind of not very blended. It's like kind of like stamped like right here, and then like the rest of it's like bright white. So I don't really want it to get too blended down there. Oh my god, how cool! Okay, so Tyler and I have to go to Weiss today. I'm gonna get some looks, like it's quarantine. And I'm gonna walk into Weiss like this. Oh well. Actually, when I filmed my witchy tutorial back around Halloween, I had that makeup on and I went to Walmart with him, and the cashier lady was like super rude about it. And I was like, does it bother you? I'm sorry. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing today? I'm like, I'm going grocery shopping. Get off my back about it. Thank you. Red. So let's start on the lids. Okay, so I actually want to go in with a little bit more of that, the 141 brush, which still has black on it, and I want to go back into Bad Boy as well. And just use that to like really blend in the purple to the black, because I think it looks a little choppy right there. So you guys, I'm not sure what took me so long, but I just finished and just watched Haunting of Hill House, which I know, it's like forever old. And I actually had started watching it like back when it first came out, and I honestly like wasn't in the right mindset to watch it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I don't know, sometimes you know how you try and watch a show and you're like, yeah, you know, it's really good, but I'm just not really feeling it. Like, I just can't like stay attentive to it. And that's a show that you really have to like kind of pay attention to, because there's a lot of things that happen, and I just wasn't in that place. So I stopped watching it and haven't watched it since. I just want you to know that I did all of that and I have 0 fallout. I'm still gonna brush, but there's nothing to brush. Anyway, so yeah, so I just finished watching it yesterday and I sobbed uncontrollably at the end of it. Like, it wasn't even that sad, but my god. It was really good though. If you are into like scary stuff, it's a really good story, and it's really creepy and like, but it's so good. Okay, so I'm now gonna go in with this Tarte little paddle shader brush. That's the word I was looking for. And I'm gonna go into the shade, I think, Heartbreaker. And that is like a pink gold duochrome shimmer shade. And I'm gonna put this on our lid, like right into the purple. And I don't want to bring this too far into the inner corner because she has like a very, very light color on the inner corner, like a white champagne kind of shade. So I really don't want to like bring this too far, but I do want to get the pink represented. So that's actually freaking beautiful. And then I actually want to put another pink on top of this, so I'm not going to do too much. I just want to kind of get this here. This is a stunning shade. This is like a perfect like rose gold shade, because it has that pink gold duochrome in it. It's really pretty. So I think that's really pretty. I want to wipe off that brush because I do have a little bit of darkness on it because of the purple like getting on there, which is okay. but I want to go into an even brighter pink now. So I'm going to go into Three Little Words, which is just kind of a lighter version of that shade. Heartbreaker, yeah. As you can see. And we're just going to pack that like right on top of where we just put that other shade. And I am going to kind of like blow it up a little bit. And she doesn't really have these shades on her lower lash line, so I'm not really going to focus putting them there. Like, other than that little black stamp, she doesn't really have anything else on her lower lash line, so I don't really want to do too much down there. Brush do I want to take? Maybe I'll take this one. This is a Luxe 121 brush. These little Luxe brushes are amazing. I'm just going to use this with nothing on it and just blend in the edges here because, you know, I just want it to look a little bit more even. Oh my god, it looks so good. Okay, so now I'm going to take that little Tarte brush again. I cleaned it off and I'm going to go into the lightest shade in this palette, which is called Knockout, which is just literally like a straight shimmer white, as you can see. And I'm going to put this on the inner corner of our eye, blending into that pinky golden shade. So like I said, she has like bright white on the inside. That's pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit more of that pinky shade back on top, so don't worry if you kind of cover it up. So we started watching, well, we finished all of Tiger King, which is a crazy show. Absolutely insanity. I'm sure if you're watching, you've already seen it. It's definitely crazy and weird and wild. Yeah, so we finished that, and I like felt like I could cry at the end of that too. I'm gonna go back into that Three Little Words shade on the other side of this brush. You can see I have the white there and then the pink there. I'm just going to kind of put that right in the middle of those. And yeah, that was a crazy show. But we just finished that and we started Ozark last night, which that show is freaking crazy too. It's really good though. We got like 3 episodes in. It's pretty wild. Definitely intense, but good. What other show suggestions do you guys have for me? Anything? Are you guys watching anything good? I heard Back with the Ex is good. We did watch, obviously we watched Love is Blind and then The Circle. So good if you like reality kind of TV. We both got sucked in hard to those shows. Okay. Wow, I think that actually looks really good. Okay, do I think that's what she looks like? This is kind of how she's sitting, like this. She's sitting like this, actually. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay, I'm going to use my little e.l.f. concealer brush into the shade Knockout again, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner. And she doesn't really have a brow bone highlight, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as is. So I'm now going to apply, if I can find it, she has like white on her inner waterline, and I don't have a white eyeliner anymore, but I do have this one from Colourpop, and it's Honeydewed. It's one of their cream gel liners, and I'm just going to use that. We need to add lashes for sure, but yeah, I think we can move forward with face stuff. Okay, so let's work on face stuff first. Let's do some bronzing, because like I said, I already did conceal and set my face. So I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to go into, you know, this shade. She's got like a pretty good contour going, so I'm going to try and replicate.
bronze and contour chin, as per usual. And I'm definitely going to bake underneath of my contour because she's like very chiseled looking. Actually, good for you. She's got an interesting hairdo going on here that I'm not going to be able to replicate. I'm actually going to use a different powder to try and bake with because I don't really love that powder for baking. I'm going to go back in with the, or I'm going to go in with the Pretty Vulgar powder. I like this powder more for baking. It's a little bit more pigmented, I suppose. So I'm going to kind of just let this sit on there for a bit because I want it to really like cut it. Saying cut so many times. I'm going to go in with this Tarte blush in Fairy Flush. And it's just like a really, really generic kind of cool toned pink. She barely has any blush on, if anything, so I really don't want to use too much. I really just want to go in very lightly with it, if at all. So that's why I picked this color, because it's very, very neutral. And I'm really going to focus that like back on the back part of our cheek. So now I want to highlight a bit, and she's not wearing like a very strong highlight at all. She's wearing something like glowy, but not shimmery necessarily. So I figure I'll go in with JCat Luxe Pro Powder Pearl Luminizer because this has a really pretty sheen to it, but it's not shimmery, you know. So I have some of that in the cap, and I'm going to highlight. Actually, I want to go in with this highlighter instead, this brush. It's the little e.l.f. brush that I used to use all the time. And I'm going to use this brush to really focus the highlight. And I will blend that out with a bigger brush. I'm actually going to like gently kind of pull that in onto my, like, you can see what I'm doing. But I want it to be a little bit more glowy on my face, so I wanted to do that. Okay, and then I'm going to use my blush brush one more time with nothing else on it, just to kind of blend that in a little bit more, because I don't want it to be very, like, highlighty, you know? Okay, so that looks pretty good, I think. Alright, so now we're going to... Are you kidding me?
So I apologize for the audio in the last part. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Okay, so now I have my contour, my highlighter, my blush, my brows, my eyes. I need to put lashes on. So actually, let me go put lashes on and I will be right back. I'm going to use the Kiss Blowout Lash in Pageboy, these ones. Okay, so I have lashes on and I think it looks so good. I need to do my lower lash mascara, so I'm going to use the IT Superhero Mascara because hers are a little chunky and this makes my lower lash like look so good and kind of a little chunky, but in a good way. So I'm going to use that and get onto my lower lashes. I love this mascara so much. See what I mean? Like, it really makes them look long and thick and involved, which is good. That's what I want. I love it. I think it looks so good. Yay. Okay. Focus. So what am I doing now? I'm going to do my lips and then we're pretty much done. By the way, I did dust off that bake and I think it looks real good. Okay, so she's got like a very nude lip on, and so I'm going to go in with the Lime Crime Velveteen lip liner in Gurrrll, and I'm going to line my lips with this. She's got a very nice lip shape, so good for her. I'm actually, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It is from Colourpop. It's the Zoella collaboration in Little One. Hers is like more brown toned, and this is kind of brown, so I'm hoping that this works for what hers looks like. I actually think that's a pretty good match. I mean, hers is a little lighter, but I don't really have anything lighter, so we're gonna have to go with it. But I think the tone is like spot on to what hers looks like. I think it looks real good. Okay, so I'm going to put on some jewelry, change my shirt, etc. Trying to do my hair a little, and then I will be back and I will show you the completed look. Oh, I'm gonna set my face. Sorry. With the e.l.f. mist and set. Because like I said, she's not super dewy. So this is the finished look. Obviously I had to take some liberties in hairstyling and outfit, but I tried to be as close to her as possible. If you have any other celebrities or like makeup looks or music videos that you want me to like try and recreate, definitely comment them down below. I actually really love doing this. I think it's super fun, and you know, I actually love how this turned out. I feel fairly proud of myself because it was not that hard. Like, shockingly not hard because it's beautiful on her. So I'll put her picture here and you guys can tell me if we look similar. Let me go on to this side. All right, you ready? Let's try and do the pose. What do you think? Do you think it turned out good? I actually feel like it really did. So again, sorry, it was real loud. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions for me, definitely comment them down below. If you don't already, you should follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you want. And definitely subscribe and share with your friends and family. Somebody who loves this new album or loves Dua Lipa just in general, just share it. Share it with Dua Lipa. Maybe she'll like it. Anyway, thank you guys again, and I'll see you in my next one.